y'all, welcome back to Gossip, where we talk about all the gossip in the Bible. Okay, so now let's get back into Abram, what we was talking about last week. So let me tell y'all about y'all boy. He done got himself into some mess again. So now listen, now we gonna be jumping around a little bit, but y'all gotta keep up with me, because this is crazy stuff. So Abram and his nephew and his wife, you know, they done already left Egypt or whatever. They done already left Egypt. So now Abram's wife Sarah, she like, oh babe, like, you know, I really want you to have a baby. Like, we really need you to have a legacy because we need to carry our name out. So he like, okay, where this coming from? So she like, so, you know, I can't have kids, but I'm gonna need you to do this one little thing. I'm gonna need you to sleep with my servant Hagar. I already know. Abram like, you sure? I mean, you sure? You sure? She like, yeah. I mean, like, I can't give it to you, so like, I can't give you the kid, so you probably gonna have to like sleep with her because she the next best thing. So he like, I mean, I mean, you said it, not me. Like, I ain't gonna argue with you on that one. So Abram and the servant named Hagar, by the way. So Abram and the servant Hagar, they, you know, do what it do so they can get their baby. Now, mind y'all, Hagar, she wound up pregnant. And like, she really wound up pregnant. And then I'm pretty sure Hagar was like looking at Abram like, you know, that's my man. Like, you know, what do you do? You know, I'm pregnant. That's my baby daddy. I'm his baby mama. I'm pregnant now. You know, the servant, you know, I'm pretty sure she broke. And she probably like, this man got money and I'm his baby mama now. And it's like, look, I gave you your legacy and your wife couldn't even do that. But I could, so you might as well get rid of her. So Sarah, you know she watching. So Sarah like, yeah, we finna cut this real quick. Like, I know she ain't looking at my man like this. So she go up to Abram and she like, look, I understand that, you know, y'all done got that legacy or whatever, but you done sat up here, you done did to do with her and stuff like that, and I'm your wife, and she got googly eyes and stuff like that with you. And it's like, listen, tell it to me straight. It's either me or her. And he like, well, where this coming from? Like, you told me to do that. I was only listening to what you told me to do. Child. So she like, listen, you just still, it's either me or her. Pick one. He like, hey, I mean, you do whatever you want to do. That's your servant. They ain't got nothing to do with me. They ain't got nothing to do with you know how dudes is. Like, they ain't got nothing to do with me. So she like, all right, bet. Tell her to get out. So you know what Abraham did? He packed her stuff up and sent her on her way. Pregnant and all. How you gonna have your baby mama? How you gonna have her out there pregnant with your baby? Just don't make no sense. So now Hagar out there, she all homeless and stuff. Homeless and pregnant. So the Lord, big man upstairs, he find her. He like, what you doing? She like, oh, I mean, I got kicked out. They kicked me out. And the Lord was like, okay, but I'm gonna need you to go back though. Like, I know you must have got kicked out, but I'm gonna need you to go back. She like, why? Like, they kicked me out. They don't want me there. He like, because I got a reason, but just listen to what I'm saying. Just go back, and then that baby that you got in your belly, like, I'm gonna name him Ishmael. And then the Lord started naming all of his characteristics and stuff like that, and was just saying how he gonna be and all that stuff. So Hagar like, okay, like, I'm gonna just go back. So she go back or whatever. Now, Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. So before all this happened, the Lord came to Abram and he was like, okay, I'm finna reiterate this to you. I'm finna make you big man out here. I'm finna make you big huncho. And you finna be having kings out here. Like, you finna, you know, kings is gonna be your sons. And he like, what you talking about? I ain't got no kids. He like, but, you know, my servants, you know, they could probably have some kids for me or something like that. And he like, the Lord like, no. I'm gonna have you have your own flesh and blood. Bruh. Abram fell out laughing. Like, I ain't gonna lie, when I heard about that too, I fell out laughing too. Cause it's just like, Abram like, bruh, you don't see me? I'm old, I'm wrinkly, I'm about to be 100 years old. This man was 99. He's like, I'm about to be 100 years old, and I don't know if you know this, and I don't know if anybody told you, but my wife Sarah, she already went through menopause. So, I mean, I don't know if you got the wrong person, or I don't know. Like, I don't know how you gonna make that happen. So the Lord, he like, all right, bet. So he like, look up at the sky. Abram like, okay, let me look at the sky, all right. He like, count the stars. So in the middle of Abram count the stars, he like, 1, 2. The Lord like, if you can, since you want to be slick and stuff, count the stars if you can. Like, 2 can play that game, okay? He like, now all of them stars, you can't even count them. We gonna just lay that there. You can't even count them. But that's how your descendants gonna be. Like that. You gonna have a whole bunch of them. And Abram was like, okay, like, okay then, like, you okay? And he like, the Lord like, okay, and I'm finna change your name. You ain't gonna be Abram no more. You gonna be Abraham. And I'm changing your wife's name from Sarai to Sarah. Because she gonna be the mother of all things, okay? Now, keep that in mind, that the Lord already said this to this man before Abram then sat up there and slept with Hagar. So, sir, you already knew what was up, but you still decided to go sleep with the servant. He just sitting up there like, well, shoot. I mean, you said you telling me to. Like, I ain't gonna argue with you. Getting himself into some mess. Knowing the Lord already told him that he gonna have his own son, flesh and blood, and Sarah gonna be the mama. But anyways, after all this happened, so it was these 3 men. They was walking along the road or whatever. I'm guessing they was like traveling and stuff like that. You know, back in the day, everybody was real nice. So Abraham, he was like, hey y'all, you know, I know y'all been traveling and stuff like that. You know, come chill out for a second. You know, I got y'all. They're like, okay. So they sat down. Abraham go up in the house and he tells Sarah, he was like, hey babe, like, I need you to whip up something real quick. Like, I know you be throwing down up in the kitchen and stuff. So, and it's these people here. So I need you to, you know, get that, you know, whipped up. So she like, all right, I got you. So, cause you know they on good terms now. After, you know, Hagar, this is when Hagar left. They on good terms now. So she cooked them something up. So Abraham go back outside with the men and they get to talking and whatnot. So one of the men was like, you know, by this time next year, I'm gonna be back and your wife gonna have a baby. So, you know, Sarah, she up in there, not Sarah, her name's Sarah now, let me correct myself. Sarah up in there, she like eavesdropping. As soon as she heard she was gonna have a baby, she like, I know he lying, he must not know. I know already. I'm all, oh, that man wrinkly. Like, ain't no baby coming up out of here. And then, this was crazy. So she sit up there laughing or whatever. She still cutting up her onions and stuff. So the men, they heard her laugh. So the man came up in there and was just like, you know when we was talking about you was gonna have a baby? And she like, yeah, why? He like, why you laugh? She like, huh? I ain't laugh. What you talking about? I mean, you probably was hearing TV or something, but I ain't laugh. This man probably was in his head like, this guy lying. But he said, yes you did. You did laugh. You ain't gotta lie. Just say you laugh. You laugh. That's it. Like, come on now. But that whole story crazy. Like, that's what I'm saying. I feel like Sarah, she did that to herself, because how you gonna tell your husband to go sleep with your servant, then get mad when he do because she end up pregnant? Like, that's what you wanted. You wanted her to end up pregnant so he can have his legacy. Now you mad at her? Of course she gonna be googly eyed. She know this man got money. She trying to take your man. You knew she was gonna try to take your man. Come on now. And then Abraham, like, sir, the Lord, big man upstairs, head honcho of the honchos, he already told you that you and your wife was gonna have a baby, your own flesh and blood. But you still decided you wanted to go listen to your wife because you wanted to sleep. You must have been wanting to sleep with that lady. But you know what?